Russia is changing, and the change isn't slow. It's moving like a deep, quiet wave that grows stronger every month. For many observers, sanctions were supposed to break Russia, weaken it, force it backward. But what happened was the opposite. Russia's industrial base came back to life. Its old factories reopened, its production halls lit up again, and new machines began arriving as if the country was being rebuilt from the ground up. International reports started showing numbers that didn't make sense at first. Missile production rising more than 60% in a single year. An increase no one expected. An increase that made analysts rethink everything they believed. This is the beginning of a much larger transformation. A transformation turning Russia into a military-industrial power that can no longer be underestimated. If you walked into a Russian defense plant today, you would barely recognize it. A place that once felt silent is now full of energy. Workers move in 3 shifts: morning, evening, overnight. No break, no idle machinery, no lights turned off. Every hour, new components roll off the line. Every day, new systems are completed. Every week, production capacity climbs even higher. This is the modern Russian production model. Efficient, fast, disciplined. Ballistic missiles are assembled more quickly. Cruise missiles are produced in steady volume. Kamikaze drones roll out by the thousands. Glide bombs are made almost like consumer goods. This didn't appear overnight. It's the result of planning, investment, and 2 years of non-stop industrial mobilization. Russia has reshaped itself into a machine built for long-term endurance, a machine that can outlast pressure, sanctions, and shortages, a machine prepared for any opponent. Once analysts began calculating Russia's total output, something became clear. This level of production cannot be explained by the war in Ukraine alone. Ukraine doesn't have enough strategic targets to justify thousands of long-range missiles. It doesn't require multiple drone factories producing non-stop, and it certainly doesn't require a stockpile of glide bombs in the tens of thousands. Russia isn't building an arsenal only for today. It's building one for the next decade, and for threats far bigger than Ukraine. If the goal were just to win in Ukraine, Russia already has more than enough capacity. Yet the expansion continues. More factories, more workers, more shifts, more output. This is why many Western analysts are now whispering the same conclusion. Russia is preparing for something larger. Russia never publicly says it's preparing for a clash with NATO, but its actions speak louder. Its military doctrine was rewritten. NATO is now officially labeled the primary threat. Long-range missile units are stationed closer to Europe. S-400s and S-500s are deployed across the western districts in record numbers. Large-scale exercises, nuclear, rapid deployment, and joint operations are held more frequently. These are not empty gestures. They are real, physical preparations. They reflect planning, not posturing. Russia is not seeking war, but it is preparing for the possibility that a major conflict might one day involve NATO. It's preparing for worst-case scenarios and building the industrial base needed to survive them. Sanctions were intended to damage Russia's industry, to cut its access to technology, to force production lines to stop. But the outcome was very different. Russia built its own microelectronics facilities. developed domestic components, replaced Western chips with Asian alternatives, bought CNC machinery from China, expanded rocket fuel plants, reactivated old Soviet-era production lines. Sanctions shut a door, but Russia opened another, one that's even larger. It's a paradox the West didn't expect. They tried to slow Russia down. Instead, they pushed Russia to modernize faster. Today, even Western analysts admit the same uncomfortable truth. Russia is more self-reliant now than it was before the war. While Russia grows stronger, Ukraine is facing the opposite trend. Ammunition stocks are shrinking, energy infrastructure is damaged, air defenses are struggling, manpower is thinning, and Western support is slowing down. Russia moves like a steady industrial engine. Ukraine moves like a country forced to depend on unpredictable outside supply. Over time, this gap only grows wider, and the wider it gets, the harder it becomes for Kyiv to hold the line. At this stage, the conclusion is unavoidable. Russia is not weakening. Russia is not collapsing. Russia is not falling under pressure. Russia is rising. Rising with new factories. Rising with industrial independence. Rising with mass production capability unmatched anywhere in Europe. Its output is bigger than the entire European defense industry combined. Faster, cheaper, more adaptable, and fully mobilized. There are no signs this expansion will slow down. Not this year, not next year, not while the threat environment remains the same. The world now must face a new reality. Russia has entered a new chapter, a chapter built on industrial strength, a chapter that is only beginning. Russia's journey over the past 2 years is remarkable. A nation under pressure, yet not broken. A nation forced back, yet moving forward. A nation doubted by many, yet proving its resilience every day. Russia has shown that strength isn't just about weapons. Strength comes from discipline, from work, from independence, and from the belief that a nation can stand on its own. And now, the world can see the results. Before we end this video, don't forget to support this channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss future geopolitical breakdowns. This video is for analysis and educational purposes only. It does not promote violence or take sides in any conflict. All commentary is based on publicly available information, global reports, and open-source analysis. The goal is to help viewers understand today's shifting geopolitical landscape. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.